Hi, I'm Barri-Jayne from Barri-Jayne Makes. I'm going to show you how to make one of these lovely toothbrush needle rugs. I'll explain why it's called that in a moment. This is one I made before, and here's one I'm working on. So all you need is an old duvet cover or old sheets, just any type of fabric really which is easy to rip up. So basically, plain fabric will give you this, plain fabric, or if you want a slightly mottled effect, you can use fabric which is floral, or have lots of different colours to it. The choice is totally up to you. In order to make this rug, you need what is called a toothbrush needle. These are neither toothbrushes nor are they needles. But basically this is the gadget you need in order to make one of these rugs. Years ago, old toothbrushes used to have holes in the bottom of them, and the bristles up here, so they would chop off the bristles, sharpen it to a point, and that would become the needle. But they can be a bit expensive to buy, so basically I make my own. I have wire, which I snip, fold one end like that, fold the other end over, and then I just get a piece of masking tape, just wrap it over the join, so you don't have any sharp edges, and that becomes the needle. So these are all the different types that I've made. Now that you've chosen your fabric and you've made your needle, you are ready to start. I'm going to choose this fabric. What I need to do is cut it into strips. So I've cut that bit already. Just snip a little way and just rip your fabric. What I find easier is if you rip all of your fabric in one go. So basically you need about 1.5 inches of fabric, and just rip it all the way down. I won't finish with this one. Okay, so what you also need to do, because a lot of the fabrics they fray, remove these extra pieces of thread now, because otherwise it becomes a tangle later, and then it will make the rug making a bit stressful, which you don't want to do. So remove all these extra little pieces and just put all your bits of fabric into little balls. And you're ready to go. Now you're ready to start making your rug. So you need to start with 2 pieces of fabric and your needle. On one piece of fabric, just cut a small hole. It can be a bit smaller than that one. And on the other piece, do exactly the same. So just cut a small hole. Okay. Put this piece through the hole, and then open up the hole that's there. With the end of the fabric, if I can find it, push it through that hole. So this piece, show again, it's gone through, and then its tail goes through. And just pull it through and give it a little tuck. And now you're ready to start your rug. What I'm doing with this piece is I'm putting it between my knees so that I can hold it quite stiffly. It makes it a little bit easier to work. And with the end of the working piece, as I call it, put it through my needle. Put this across, get your needle, pull it up and through. So you've created a little hole. Do the same again. Put my first finger through there, my second finger. So put it across, sort of like the number 4. Get your needle, go under and lift it through. So now you have 2 holes. And keep doing this. Under, up and through. Got 3 holes. I'm going to remove my fingers and move them down. The holes won't close, so don't worry. Another one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. Then what I do, once I've done that, I'm just going to pop that over there with the needle. This bit, I'm going to turn it under, turn it over. The needle's on this side. You have your last hole here, and you have, oops, did that slightly wrong. Sorry. Basically, you just need to join the 2 ends, okay? So these are the holes that you've just created. Your needle is on this side. And I bring this over here. You can feel the first hole that I created. Get this piece of fabric and put it just across there. With the needle, I'm going to push it through the hole. I'll put that over there. Okay, let's do that again. So there's my hole. Here's a piece of fabric. Get my needle, push it through the hole and underneath and through. Okay, I'm going to find the second hole, which is there. There's my fabric. Hold it against it. Needle through, under, put it through. Little tug. This is the most awkward part of it. There's the next hole. Needle, under, through. Pull. Find the next hole. just keep doing that, keep going round and round and round. This is a different one that I've been working on, so that's the original. Okay, and gradually as you keep going round and round, it will get bigger and bigger. But what I find happens is the holes become really big after a while, and they'll just get bigger as you keep going around. The space is just a bit too big. So what I then start to do, once I feel that these spaces are too big, is I find the hole, put the needle through, put it through, and instead of finding a new hole, I go back to the same one, put it through. So now it's creating 2 new holes, so it's going to have more as it goes round. So I'll show that again. So there's my brand new hole. Push it through and under. And then I'll do it once again. Okay. Then once I've gone all the way round, you can see here it's got 2 to 1 hole, 2 to 1 hole. And this one doesn't have anything yet, so you know to do 2 to that one. And then once you've gone all the way round, then you can continue doing 1 to 1 hole. Hopefully that makes sense. Once you've got to the end again, just remind you, just fold the fabric over, give it a little snip. Get your next piece of fabric, fold, snip, this one, push it through, find the end, put that through, there you go, and you can continue for as long as you need to. Once you've decided that you've finished making your rug, obviously you'll need to end it. I'll show you what to do. I won't actually end this one because I'm still continuing. So basically you turn it upside down. And there's actually quite a difference between the top and the bottom. Decide which is going to be your top, which is going to be your bottom. You might actually prefer this side. So what you need to do, the 2 ends, you put it into a little knot, and you take one end, push it through one of the little holes, push it through another one, doesn't matter which one, and then with the other piece it would be shorter. You'll do the same, you'll push it through a different hole, and then you'll tie those 2 bits together. When you turn it over, it'll be nicely finished. At a later stage, if you wanted to, you could still make this even bigger by choosing another piece of fabric, coordinating colour, and just making a start. So what you would actually then do is start anywhere, put that fabric through, get your other piece of fabric, create the hole, push it through, bring it to here. Hope that makes sense. And you'll just carry on. It can become a big duvet, big carpet. Hopefully this has been easy enough for you to follow, and hopefully you'll be able to make yourself a beautiful rug, which can even be given as gifts as well, as I've done in the past. In the future, I hope to do some other tutorials, so please do look out for them and let me know what you think.